Snapchat filter blamed for killing kids, bro. 26 minutes. Let's go ahead and see what wave you talking about on this Snapchat filter blamed for killing kids, bro.
When Snapchat first came,
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Is anybody still using Snapchat here? Give me a one if y'all still using Snapchat, like dead ass seriously using Snapchat. Give me a two if y'all not, bro.
When Snapchat first came out, it had two main selling points, the self-deleting messages and the filters. Today we'll be focusing on the latter and one of the most controversial filters ever introduced to the app. Not the dog ears.
It's funny that you say that when you do. Yo, niggas was using the dog filter, the motherfucking lion filter, the motherfucking hot dog that was like shit like that. Yo, everybody has used the dog filter at least once though, bro.
The rainbow vomiting or the various Shrek abominations, but the speed filter. It's a simple filtering concept. Using GPS, the speed filter roughly detected your current speed and displayed it over the photo or video that was being taken by the user. A seemingly innocuous little gimmick, but you can probably already foresee potential issues, with some displaying themselves driving at high speeds.
God damn, nigga was on Snapchat at 115, bro. Ain't make it, twin.
An effort to showcase their bravery to others behind the wheel. This Snapchat speed filter has been cited in numerous police investigations and civil lawsuits as potential cause for speeding and the resulting vehicle crashes. Today I'll be telling you the story of this controversial Snapchat filter, the numerous deaths and injuries that followed those who used it, and the complicated legal situations that loomed over its eventual removal.
A Georgia teen has been charged with a felony after a passenger said she caused a wreck because she was using Snapchat.
The first instance of this—
Imagine you calling your insurance company. Hi, Jake from State Farm. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm on the I-143rd Parkway. I crashed my car because I was using Snapchat. Nigga probably going like motherfucking disown you from that company, bro. That is serious.
Speed filter being cited as a potential cause of a serious crash occurred back in 2015. It was a crash that left the driver injured and another motorist with permanent debilitating brain damage.
Damn.
On the night of September 10th, 2015, a 19-year-old Georgia woman named Crystal McGee was driving with three of her friends when she opened the Snapchat app and allegedly began tracking her speed using the filter. It was reported by a passenger that Crystal verbally stated her goal was to reach 100 miles per hour so she could snap a photo and show it off to followers. In short,
nigga, speeding cool, bro? Like, I don't know, bro. I know sometimes people will post how fast they going, like, and like that, but it's like, is that shit cool, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? You going 115, bro? You just like increasing your likelihood of motherfucking passing away, bro. Like, I don't understand why niggas be doing that, bro.
Short time she would accomplish this goal and even surpassed it, reaching a speed of 113 on the speed filter per passenger testimony. But as she was about to post the photo, distracted by the app, she failed to notice that there was an incoming Mitsubishi sedan driven by an Uber driver named Wentworth Maynard, and
not a brother, bro. Then she hit that nigga at 115 or at least 100, bro.
Was headed straight for the guy. The passengers were the first to see Wentworth's car but had no time to react before Crystal's vehicle had just smashed into it. Luckily for Crystal and her friends, they only suffered minor injuries. Crystal posted to Snapchat following the crash, documenting the aftermath, stating that she was lucky to be alive in one of her Snap stories. However,
why are you posting that?
Wentworth Maynard, the Uber driver, would not be so fortunate. This seriously injured man spent multiple weeks in a coma and suffered permanent brain damage from the accident, resulting in debilitating lifelong trauma. Going forward, the man would have to be tended to by caretakers and could no longer function in day-to-day life independently. Maynard's wife—
Bro, imagine living your life just regularly, bro, and then one day, bro, a nigga hit you that's on Snapchat, bro. And now you can't even function like that, bro. That's insane, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll sue the fuck out of her, bro, until she on Section 8, bro. She gotta be on Section 8, bro. That's the only way. Even then, bro, that Section 8 shit not gonna bring you back. But like, bro, if I'm the family, I'm suing the fuck out of her, bro.
Would comment on the man's status after the traumatic crash, saying, quote,
niggas always say, bro, when you're driving, bro, it's not about if you're a good driver or not. It is about that, but most of y'all are solid drivers who drive. It's about them other dumbass niggas on the road, bro, and that's what be worried about.
Wentworth would get up on his own, make his breakfast, go to work, and cook dinner. Now he's so tired he falls asleep in his wheelchair during the day. We used to sit on the sofa and watch TV in the evening, and Wentworth would hug me. Now he can't do that anymore. Considering the impact Crystal's collision had caused on this innocent man's life, it likely comes at no surprise to you that criminal investigations and lawsuits arose regarding this wreck. Crystal was of course targeted by these, but interestingly, the Maynard family put Snapchat in the hot seat as well, filing a lawsuit against both Crystal and the phone app, claiming negligence and hardship, marking the first time Snapchat speed filter was being cited in a legal complaint as—
Man, now y'all could be like, yo, what does Snapchat do? I mean, nigga, they want money, bruh. One of they people, bruh, is up, they want money, bruh. I sue them niggas too, bro. Like, yeah, y'all part of it, bro. Hey, ain't you part of it too, bro? No, nigga, get over here, my nigga. Like, bro, I do that too, bro.
As a potential cause of injury. Quote, it must be asked to what extent Snapchat weighed the risks of its miles per hour filter before releasing it as a product into the stream of commerce. Did its developers consider the impact it could have on the life of someone like Wentworth Maynard? Snapchat fired back, defending their filter, claiming that they discouraged users from partaking in driving while using the app, stating, quote, no snap is more important than someone's safety. We actively discourage our community from using the speed filter while driving by including a do not snap and drive warning message. And
but then it makes it like, damn, why does the filter even exist in the first place? But I mean, I guess it's for passengers and shit like that, I guess. But like
the app itself. On June 1st of 2016, an arrest warrant would be issued in Clayton County, Georgia against Crystal for the charges of reckless driving, super speeder, driving too fast for conditions, and serious injury by vehicle, which is a felony. She'd eventually be arrested and pled no contest to a criminal charge of causing a serious injury with the vehicle, and the suit against Snap would remain open to litigation. As for Snapchat, they would soon find themselves facing a rising amount of bad publicity regarding their little speed filter, as more wrecks occurred, the next of which proved to be deadly.
Their car slammed into a parked tractor trailer carrying herbicide and burst into flames.
Oh, yeah,
in the early morning hours of December 20th of 2015,
I don't even know what herbicide is, bro. This shit sounds like it's deadly though, bro.
A black Chevy Camaro was occupied by three young Philadelphia women, Amoni Barton, Gia Abgarian, and Candace Walker. This trio was speeding down Torresdale Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, when their vehicle would slam into a parked tractor trailer that was carrying a highly flammable herbicide. This collision caused a small explosion and the black Camaro burst into flames. One witness described being able to hear horrified screams coming from the fire, but wasn't able to approach the scene due to the raging inferno. All of the passengers of the black Camaro died in this fiery wreck, most likely burned alive. Initial investigations seemed to suggest it was simply a high-speed joyride gone wrong. But in the months following the wreck, information would come forward, with some close to the crash victim suggesting that there was far more to the story. These individuals would levy allegations at Snapchat and their speed filter, attributing it as a contributing factor to the crash. In the wake of the crash, local Philly news agency ABC Action News would take statements from friends and family members of those in the crash in an effort to piece together what led to it. Some of those who talked to the news suggested the Snapchat speed filter may have been a factor at play here. Those close to Gia Abgarian claim to have witnessed several Snapchat posts on the app documenting her and her friend's whereabouts on the night of the crash. Quote, she was a big fan of Snapchat. She would go—
I don't even like going with niggas who drive fast though, bro. Like, I understand, like, there are certain points where I understand, like, might drive a little bit more, like, not aggressive, but a little bit more assertive to get where they're going. But, bro, there's some niggas in there, bro, you get in a car, you driving 100 on a motherfucking back road. The fuck is you driving 100 on the back road for, my nigga? Like, why are you doing that? You're going 100, like on a back road, a residential back road. Bitch, we ain't left the neighborhood yet. You going 100, my nigga? Nigga, this is a one-lane road, bro. We're not even on the beltway yet. How are you doing this? Like, it's just like, bro, I don't know. You can't get in the car with just anybody, bro. Like, some niggas do not know how to drive, bro. And other people do know how to drive, but they feel like they're so confident that they can just go any speed, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. If you think like that, bro, you can go any speed, bro. Yeah, don't bring me in the car, my nigga. I'm not riding with you, bro. I take Uber, bro. I'll take Uber, bro. If you feel like you can go any speed. And then, bro, there be sometimes niggas will be going egregious speeds like 100, 110 or something like that. Like, listen, like 60, 65, 70, 75. Like, it's understandable, bro. But nigga, you going 100, bro? You'll be like, yo, can you slow down? It's my car. I can do what I want in my car. Okay, bet. Can we stop? Can I get the out at the local Wendy's, bro? I'll take an Uber to where we going, bro, because I'm not going with you, bro. I'm not going with you, bro, to our destination, bro.
Go on and check in from where she was at, said Gia's uncle, Jimmy Abgarian. The uncle also commented, apparently it showed them at a bar earlier in the day, then it showed them at a house party. He also makes a comment regarding what he believed to be the girl's final snap, which according to him, quote, allegedly showed them in a car holding up how fast they were going. I believe the mileage was about 73, they said, and could have gotten more, unquote. Keep in mind the speed limit on Torresdale Avenue in Philly where this wreck occurred is 30 miles per hour in some places.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Going 73 in a 30 is nasty work, my nigga. Like, the only reason you should ever be going like 75 is if you're on the highway, like a 55, 60, 65 type. If you go in there and it's an open ass highway, I'd understand, bro. But you are going 73 on a one lane closed off road that's a 30, that's insane, bro.
So 73 miles per hour is dangerously fast if that's where they were doing this. The uncle also shared with Action News some surveillance footage that he managed to obtain, which showcased the teens in the speeding vehicle shortly before the crash. If what the uncle and corroborating witnesses said was true, the Philly women were documenting their speed via the Snapchat filter around the time of the collision. The family certainly felt that the app was a contributing factor. While this case did not result in an additional lawsuit for Snapchat, the public was becoming quite scrutinous regarding its speed filter, especially with the rumor that someone had now died while using it. Speed filter woes would continue to rise as more dubious incidents filed in.
Exclusive new video showing a young couple speeding to their deaths.
Let's fast forward about a year from our previous case. On October 26, 2016, in Tampa, Florida, 22-year-old Pablo Cortez III was driving with his 19-year-old friend Jolie Bartolome in a Volkswagen Golf. As witnesses reported that the vehicle was speeding westbound on Dr. Martin Luther King Boulevard. Some believe that they were—
This is like off besides the story, but why the is there a Martin Luther King? R.I.P. Martin Luther King. But bro, they got a Martin Luther King Boulevard Avenue in every city to ever exist, ever, bro. And I understandably, Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying, real ass dude, bro. But you would think they would have some more like a Harriet Tubman way, Phyllis Wheatley Street, a motherfucking goddamn George Washington Carver Avenue. They probably do somewhere though, but not as much as they got Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard and avenues though, bro. Blue Ridge Avenue soon, Blue Ridge Street, Harriet Way. They got that somewhere. All right, bro. Maybe bad phrasing, bro.
Were participating in a street race. Suddenly, at around 9:47 p.m., Pablo apparently lost control of his vehicle as they crossed the median into the other lane and collided head-on with a Toyota minivan. After the impact, both vehicles caught fire and the VW spun around and slammed into two other cars. Both Jolie and Pablo were killed. The occupants of the minivan, 39-year-old Marianella Murillo, along with her children and other family members, were all coming home from church when Pablo's vehicle had struck them. Sadly, Marianella and two of her children were killed during this carnage. Family members, including Marianella's husband, were utterly heartbroken when they had heard the news. Later, investigators found that a Snapchat video allegedly recorded by Bartolome was recorded and featured the individual using the speed filter on Snapchat. The filter showcasing Pablo and his buddy reaching 115 miles per hour before the fatal crash. This certainly seemed like it could have been a case of a user engaging with the Snapchat speed filter gone wrong. On the scene, witnesses that reported seeing the vehicle participate in a street race were never confirmed, and authorities believe that the Snapchat filter could have been to blame for the tragedy. Now we move forward
Man, is the Snapchat filter definitely have some like type of blame in it? Yeah, but you gotta understand these type of niggas, bro. There's certain people out there, they'll speed no matter what, bro. They gonna speed no matter what, bro. They sick, bro. 115, bro. There ain't no reason in life you got, bro. Unless you want the motherfucking German Autobahn, bro, you do not need to be going 115, bro. Not even on a highway. I don't think nobody needs to be going 100 anything, bro.
To an infamous crash that occurred in Wisconsin that took the lives of a few young men.
Investigators say speed was a factor when the vehicle the young men were driving in slammed into a tree and then fully engulfed in flames.
A few months later, on May 28th of 2017, two 17-year-olds, Hunter Morby and Jason Davis, along with 20-year-old Landon Brown, were driving through Walworth County in Wisconsin on Cranberry Road. While on this ride, driver Jason Davis lost control of his vehicle and smashed into a tree, their car bursting into flames, killing all three occupants. The local community was devastated by the news. These three young men had their entire lives ahead of them, lives that were cut short by ill-advised speeding. But that being said, authorities believe there could be more to the story than just youthful.
All this is like on Snapchat and Snapchat related. Imagine how many speeding cases, chat, that have nothing to do with Snapchat. That's insane, bro. This is like, this video is a lot of like, it's just like a don't speed type message.
Recklessness. While investigating what happened, authorities discovered that one or more of the boys had downloaded Snapchat prior to the accident, and at some point just before the collision, Landon Brown had allegedly used the app along with the speed filter and captured the speed at 123 miles per hour.
Damn,
sometime
bro.
After this, the vehicle smashed
123, yo, like motherfuckers really trying to time travel though, chat. Like what the going on though?
Into a tree where officers believe the speed at the time of the crash was 113 miles per hour.
Bro, the little
officers believe
window buttons is out and like that. That's crazy. How that's crazy.
The speed at the time of the crash was 113 miles per hour. With these stories popping up in the press left and right, there was an outpour of criticism against Snapchat, as many believe they had facilitated a dangerous daredevil-like game where teenagers, would try to outspeed each other, basically establishing a social network of hooliganism, which could indirectly encourage users to put the pedal to the metal for clout. Whenever questioned about their filter after these incidents, Snapchat tended to follow up by defending their product, arguing against the allegations that the feature promoted reckless driving. And as lawsuits arose from family members of victims, Snapchat would begin to make changes to the filter. As mentioned in an NPR article by Bobby Allen, which highlighted the speed filter phenomenon, after the filter started to get blamed for wrecks, Snapchat made a number of alterations to the filter itself. For one, they switched the speed filter from a filter to a sticker, lowering its prominence and real estate on the Snapchat interface. They of course also added the don't snap and drive warning that many of you watching are probably
I'm not gonna lie though, bro. I guess the don't snap and drive warning is good for them and shit like that, because if it does happen, it can be like, well, we put the don't snap and don't drive warning, but bro, if that shit's still there, and the nigga going speed anyway and use the filter, you think a nigga gonna be like, oh, don't snap and don't drive warning? Wow, why ain't I think about that? Oh boy, like bro, nobody's gonna be like, well, they said don't snap and don't drive. Well, guess I can't do it. Well, I guess can't do it then, bro. Well, gotta go home now.
Familiar with if you have any experience with using this filter. They would also eventually cap the speed filter in a sense, making it that you could only share posts on the speed filter that were below 35 miles per hour. However, even with these tweaks to the feature, it still continued to make headlines.
They tell us she was going so fast, the impact split that car in two pieces.
Damn.
One of the saddest crashes is one of the most recent,
let that shit go,
the deadly wreck involving young 14-year-old Kaiya Batts. On June 17, 2021, 8 years after the Snapchat speed filter had been introduced, a 14-year-old South Carolina teenager named Kaiya Batts from Johns Island, South Carolina, was riding in the back seat of a Hyundai Sonata with her friends late at night around 2 a.m. The vehicle was flying, speeding while heading towards Seabrook Island on Betsy Carrison Parkway, when suddenly the Sonata lost control, veering off-road and plowing right into a tree. The collision was so forceful that it ejected Kaiya out of the backseat of the car through the vehicle, where she died on impact when she landed. Both the driver and the other passenger managed to survive, though. Later, it would be alleged that the 16-year-old unnamed driver had been using the Snapchat.
Damn, so she wasn't even driving, bro. Like she got killed due to somebody else's speeding.
Speed filter and was charged with reckless homicide. And sometime after this wreck, another lawsuit would find its way to Snap's office doorstep as well, one filed by the family of Kaiya Batts. After so many injuries, fatalities, and people blaming their app for much of them, shortly after the Kaiya Batts incident, Snapchat would finally make the decision to permanently remove the speed filter from the app. In June of 2021, during the same week when Kaiya Batts was tragically killed, Snapchat announced that it was removing the speed filter altogether.
Nigga, it's about time y'all niggas took that shit like damn, nigga. Yo, them was acting like that shit was making them money or some shit like that, bro. Like, holy shit, get that shit out the way, bro. You like, at that point you might as well, bro. So motherfuckers can stop associating you with this shit.
Though they did not make any mention of it being dangerous or take any blame for the crashes, rather citing that the feature was barely used at this point, and that
then why not take it down then, bro? Snapchat, shut the fuck up. This is why y'all are like, y'all not as prominent now, bro. Now Snapchat, y'all send me a quick little check in the mail type shit. Oh, I'm gonna post them snaps, you know what I'm saying? That's different and like that. But for this, y'all wrong. Y'all dead wrong, bro. Y'all should have been took that shit down, bro.
The reason for their removal of it. They say the feature is, quote, barely used by Snapchatters, and in light of that, we're removing it altogether. Naturally, many believe this removal was due to the many lawsuits that had been building up over the years targeting Snap, the ones issued by the families of the deceased and injured. When asked about the feature's departure, one of the legal representatives for the alleged victims had this to say. Quote, while this will no doubt serve the safety of the motoring public moving forward, it does not remedy Snapchat's choice to create and distribute the speed filter in the past. We look forward to our day in court and pursuing justice for those who suffered unnecessary losses. And this brings us to an interesting fork in the road for this Snapchat speed filter debacle. Was Snap liable for any of the deaths or injuries that occurred with users using their speed filter? Lawsuits. Since 2015, several
like I said earlier, bro, anybody who's on some speeding type timing was probably gonna speed anyway. But like, it don't help when like that exists though, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it depends on how you look at it, to be honest. Like, I understand both perspectives, but like it's like a nigga who's obsessed with like fire and burning and whatever the case may be. Now, if Instagram comes out with a product like a burning filter, like you can burn extra fast on some with this filter or something like that, okay, realistically it doesn't make sense. But just giving an example, if they did that shit, bro, then the nigga who like burning shit already gonna burn some shit more. So it just depends, bro.
Lawsuits have been filed against Snapchat, and for most of them, Snap has tried to defend their speed filter by saying that they're protected from any wrongdoing thanks to Section 230
it's maybe like, of the like partial. I wouldn't say like Snapchat's to blame 100% on shit.
Communications Decency Act. The Section 230 provision establishes that providers of interactive computer services are not responsible for the content their users create. Section 230 has allowed Snapchat and other social media companies to convince courts to dismiss lawsuits stemming from issues related to content created by their users. Basically, Section 230 works to prevent plaintiffs from suing companies over user-generated content that causes problems, giving platforms immunity in regard to stuff you and I make that may break the law. Most of you are likely familiar with Section 230, as it essentially allows platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram to exist, as otherwise anytime someone did anything illegal or posted illegal content on—
That is true though. Like, bro, imagine Kit got sued over that Jack Doherty shit that happened a little bit ago. Ah, damn, so niggas got immunity in that situation.
On these sites, well, they would be on the hook for that stuff. And, you know, you could see how 230 could—
it wasn't their fault that people were being dumb and speeding, but it would have taken no effort to delete the filter. That's the thing, bro. Because niggas was even bringing a name up, bro, they should have just deleted that. I understand that they felt like it had nothing to do with them, but he should have just deleted that shit. Just cause, especially when it was happening over and over and over again. But I couldn't like say out my mouth that Snapchat is the main cause for why this happened or whatever the case may be. You also gotta understand, bro, we can't completely blame, like, yo, it's like the niggas who are blaming TikTok for how, like, why is brain rotting now. TikTok definitely got some influence in it, 100% it do, bro. But it's like, why is it not being monitored, bro? Like, niggas is suing TikTok over niggas making bad decisions and shit like that. But it's like, bro, if you're doing the hot water challenge, y'all, or the fire challenge, nigga, because you seen some dude on the internet and you doing it, bro, there has to be some brain type here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some shit just willingly be done by niggas, bro. And it's tragic at the end of the day.
Could apply to Snapchat's situation, with Snap not being responsible for how people engage with their platform. If you post it, it's your problem. That's kind of just how 230 works. Though, in my opinion, this Snapchat speed filter is a bit more of a complicated issue than, let's say, someone posting an objectively illegal animal abuse video to YouTube. This speed filter was created by Snapchat themselves, not users, which is an important distinction to make. However, the videos and images resulting from the speed filter, or you could say allegedly resulting from the speed filter, well, that was users that made that stuff. So who's really responsible here? You can see it being somewhat complicated to litigate these scenarios in civil court, though we really don't have to sit here and speculate how a lawsuit would pan out, as several cases have come forward and are currently being litigated as we speak. And you might be surprised to see how some of these cases are going. First, let's look at the lawsuit filed by Karen and Wentworth Maynard. You may recall Wentworth was the Uber driver who became a crash victim of speeder Crystal McGee, a crash that left him with permanent brain damage and disability after the wreck. In this suit, Maynard's lawyers argued that the speed filter was negligently designed, prompting users like Crystal McGee to drive dangerously without putting in protections to reduce the risk. Snapchat's lawyers disagreed, arguing that not only were they shielded by Section 230 protections, but also claimed Crystal McGee's illegal speeding broke any link of culpability to their company, due to their terms of service explicitly stating that they forbid any use of the app for illegal purposes.
I mean, yeah, Snapchat, but you gotta understand, bro. Niggas, in legal sense, bro, they could say this, but I just want everything in a conventional sense. I want it to be known, bro, that nobody's reading the terms of service of anything, bro. Unless you really like that, bro. But I guarantee, bro, 5% of people who use social media apps read the terms of service. Like, most of the time when niggas see terms of service, they skipping that shit, bro. Nobody's looking at that shit, to be honest, bro. But I guess technically, like, if you, like, hit that check mark saying, like, you accept everything, then I guess it is what it is at that point in time, like, in a legal sense.
In the summer of 2021, Georgia appeal judges sided with Snapchat on this matter, stating that the company had no obligation to design the speed filter to avert consequences of McGee's intentional misuse. This was a big blow to the Maynards. But it wasn't over for the family, as upon reviewing the case, the Georgia Supreme Court stepped in. In 2022, the Georgia Supreme Court would revive the case and ruled that instead of complete dismissal of the matter, Snapchat would have to face the Maynard family claims of negligence in court. According to a report from News 2 Atlanta, a Spalding County judge is specifically requesting Snapchat CEO Evan Spiegel to testify regarding the filter. Not only—
Yo, Evan Spiegel, you don't got no motion, gang. I ain't gonna hold, bro. Like, really think about it. Twitter CEO, we know who that is, bro. That's Elon, bro. The old nigga, I don't know who that is, but the new nigga, Elon. We know Elon, bro. Meta and Facebook, Instagram CEO, we know who that is, Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? We know, bro. We know, bro. Well, I ain't never heard of, bro. This nigga don't got no motion, though. I'm gonna keep it stacked. I've never even seen this nigga. I'm gonna keep it stacked with you, bro. Like, you gotta get up, twin. This shit not cool, bro.
Only because he's in charge of Snapchat, but also because he's one of the only remaining employees who was around when the filter was introduced. Another stated reason the judge wants Spiegel to testify is because, quote, Snapchat has identified Mr. Spiegel as the only person who approved the eventual removal of the speed filter, unquote. So, in my opinion, it seems the judge feels the court should hear from Spiegel as to why exactly he felt the speed filter needed to be removed. As of July of 2024, a court order was issued to have Spiegel deposed in regard to this matter, but I have no other updates as far as that goes.
Damn.
Next, we'll discuss the lawsuit filed by family members of the victims killed in the 100 miles per hour Wisconsin crash on Cranberry Road. On February 25, 2020, the parents of Hunter Morby, Carly Lemon, and Michael Morby filed a wrongful death suit against Snapchat. They were joined by Landon's parents as well, Samantha and Marlo Brown. The suit took the negligence claims to the next level, alleging that the app directly incentivized people to speed with the speed filter via various methods. A legal brief regarding the matter claims, quote, Snap rewards an unknown variable and changing ways users who consume Snapchat in excessive and dangerous ways. Such rewards include trophies, streaks, and social recognition. Snap knows or should know that its design has created extreme and addictive behaviors by its largely teenage and young adult users.
Hey,
and
Snapchat,
indeed,
while y'all at it, bro, take that dog filter out too, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it stacked. I'm tired of seeing that shit, bro. While y'all at it, take that dog filter out. It didn't kill nobody, bro, but it's going to one day, my nigga. You might as well take that out as well, bro.
It has purposefully designed its products to encourage such behavior. Many of them believe that they will be rewarded by recording a 100 miles per hour or faster snap, or at the very least, they want to find out if they'll be rewarded. So in summary, the case submitted by the Wisconsin families essentially alleged that the speed filter was by design intended to encourage sharing of high speeds by its users, which of course, if that was the case, would be extremely negligent and downright nefarious if true. But what did the courts have to say about the claim? Well, the court presiding over this case would actually initially rule in favor of Snapchat. A quote from the briefing. Based on the plaintiff's allegations, the court cannot conclude that it is, quote, very clear that the defendant, quote, directly participated in developing the alleged illegality. For example, plaintiffs did not allege that defendant asked its users to capture a snap with a high speed or even suggested that they should do so. Instead, plaintiffs' allegations appear to amount to, quote, enhancement by implication or development by inference. That the speed filter impliedly suggested to users that they should snap a 100 miles per hour snap. However, in such a close scenario, the Ninth Circuit has held that Section 230 immunity applies. The court recognizes this outcome is inconsistent with the Georgia Court of Appeals decision, which held that CDA immunity does not apply to the speed filter. I know
some niggas are seeing a lot of like acronyms and shit like that, CDA, STD, INC, LED, so a lot of niggas like, but this is some that you learn in social studies type shit.
See Maynard versus Snapchat. However, because the Maynard court did not examine or apply any of the Ninth Circuit case law regarding the application of CDA immunity to, quote, neutral tools, the court does not find the holding in Maynard to be persuasive. Because the court concludes that CDA immunity applies, the court need not examine whether plaintiff's claim should be dismissed on additional grounds. So it appears Section 230 immunity once again killed the case against Snap before it could get off the ground. The case would be dismissed.
Damn.
But this initial court decision wouldn't be the end of the matter regarding these alleged Wisconsin victims of Snapchat. In 2021, a federal judge in California revived the lawsuit and reinstated the case, making a surprising statement seemingly under the belief that the filter was potentially dangerous. Federal Judge Fitzgerald said, quote, there is realistically no purpose for the speed filter other than—
That's the thing, bro. Like, at the end of the day, bro, the day gotta end, bro. Just take that filter away, bro. That shit don't got no motion anyway, bro. You might as well take that shit away. Nobody using that stupid ass filter, bro. Like, but just in case somebody try to play you like it is causing, bro, take the filter away,
to encourage users to travel at high speeds and record themselves doing so. He also suggested it was extremely foreseeable that young users would use the speed filter for that very purpose. Here's an excerpt from the case briefing highlighting his opinion. Keep in mind the defendant being referred to as Snap. Plaintiffs have plausibly shown that the design of the speed filter itself is ample evidence of defendant's culpability. The court is not convinced that defendant's culpability is outweighed by plaintiff's culpability here. Accordingly, the motion is denied with respect to defendant's public policy arguments. The judge's decision left this case open for further proceedings, and Snap's claim to Section 230 CDA immunity was becoming progressively weaker. To wrap things up here, I'll briefly talk about the most recent case filed in 2023, one filed by the family of Kaya Batts, who was the 14-year-old South Carolina crash victim. The Batts case, like the others, alleges that the Snapchat speed filter was negligently designed to encourage users to travel at excessive speeds, and that it was in part responsible for the fateful crash that took the 14-year-old's life. Originally filed in 2023,
bro, I know niggas gonna sue Snapchat, bro. I don't know if they're suing the other two niggas, like the drivers and shit like that, bro. But low-key, nigga, I sue them driving, bro. That's just me, though, bro. That's just me. I understand the Snapchat suing, like, to an extent, bro, but I sue the nigga who was driving and shit like that, bro. If that's not already on the like case.
Claims as follows. Immediately before the accident, quote, at least one occupant in the vehicle using Snapchat and at least one occupant had previously used the Snapchat speed filter and was using and or preparing to use the speed filter. It's pretty obvious what they're setting up here. However, Snap asserts the filter by no means is ever intended to be used by those driving vehicles. Despite
nigga, then
being
why does that exist then, gang? Maybe it's supposed to be used for my passengers or whatever the case may be, my nigga, but like, why does that really exist,
styled
bro?
as a speedometer? Quote, the speed filter is not designed for use while driving or while performing any particular activity. Users can use the speed filter while, for example, taking a flight, jogging, riding a train.
Ain't nobody using that motherfucking speed filter while jogging, nigga, or sitting still. Ain't nobody using that speed filter for that, bro.
Or even sitting still. Snap would attempt a motion to dismiss, citing issues with jurisdiction. However, a South Carolina federal judge refused to grant the motion. Therefore, the case remains wide open. Okay. So in summary, if I'm being honest with you guys, I'm actually quite surprised that these lawsuits against Snapchat have gone as far as they have. And that's not to defend Snap. I reckon I'm just so used to large tech platforms being completely immune, to the wrongdoing of their users. Like most of you watching probably already knew about Section 230 and then
how fast are you going, my nigga, that you're using the Snapchat speed filter, nigga? I don't like, how fast would you have to be going for that shit to even like matter, bro?
Near impenetrable shield that provides social media platforms prior to watching this video. And if you for some reason weren't familiar with 230, you at least know about how DMCA works on the copyright side of things and how that protects companies from lawsuits when users share other people's copyrighted shit on the internet. The courts have given internet companies a massive bulwark to work with in regard to these provisions, and it's interesting to see how these speed filter lawsuits have some judges potentially redrawing the lines of immunity. While I'm unaware of any conclusion to the cases mentioned in this video, I'll certainly be keeping my eyes on this close to a decade-long controversy surrounding the Snapchat speed filter. Will Section 230 get its wings clipped because of this thing? I reckon we'll just have to wait and see. But that was the story of the Snapchat speed filter.
That was a good video, bro.
A filter accused by some
what y'all think?
of
Y'all
getting
feel like
young
Snapchat
people
a little
killed.
bit responsible?
Well, you made it to the end. Let me know what you guys
bro.
thought about this video down below in the comments.
That was a good video, bro. That was like informative. Yo, I didn't know niggas was really dying off that Snapchat miles per hour filter. I ain't even know, bro. I ain't even know. I think dumb niggas should have just taken the filter down, bro. At that point, bro. You know what I'm saying? They responsible now for deleting the filter. I feel like, bro, that shit would have saved them a whole bunch of issues, bro. Like, that's like Gucci third leg burning other women and then his burning. Like, that's like that, bro. Like, how your burning, bro? Like that. Like, if you know though, gang. If you don't know, you don't know that. But regardless though, bro, we're gonna go ahead and put those on the live channel if y'all watching this on Blue Riot Live, Twitch Riot in the description. Come to the stream and like that. That was a good video, bro. That was a good video. IBG.